Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Kaiman. Today I would like to take this video to share with you what I wish to know when I first entering college. I'm thinking of doing this episode because I have just few more weeks to go before I graduate. I want to do this video to think back of what I've been going through. Hopefully by sharing the process to you, we can learn together. Okay, we shall start the story by now. So I came in college 2018 knowing nothing. At the time I'm a very introvert person. One thing that happened during my foundation year was I suddenly had the courage to join 14 days student exchange program to Jakarta. But the most important thing is that students who are joining that student exchange program are mostly senior. I really have like the 14 days to not only know them but actually to seek knowledge, to seek feedback, to seek advice from the seniors. This brings me to my first lessons that I learned. We should choose our friend wisely. In another sense, it means mutual benefit where both of you can help to encourage each other. I'm saying this because it was actually the ideas to encourage me to apply for scholarship using my foundation's result. At the time, I remember I'm not confident with myself. So I was like, I'm completely not aware that I can use my foundation result to apply for scholarship. So thankfully, I met them, and that's the reason why I give you this advice. It's not only for college, but at the same time, in your real life as well. So my degree in first year, here's where I applied my scholarship. I was so scared about interview. It's quite funny to think back about it, but then my option at that time, I can either proceed my degree by taking loans from government and at the same time get some part-time work just to pay my tuition fees, or I go all out in applying scholarship so that I can spend more time in campus and enjoy my college life. Because me wanting to choose scholarship routes, I will have to face my fear of interview. So here's where I present to you the second lessons that I learned. Things can be uncomfortable, but we have to learn to face and to do the things that's not comfortable to us, because that's how we grow. It's where I really practice at home. I talk to camera because I want to train my ability to talk. There's free time when I'm driving, I record myself talking. I actually do a lot of things, do everything I can just to make sure that I am more well prepared in terms of the interview. I'm also very afraid in terms of presentations. I remember the first time I have my presentation, my leg was shaking, my hand was shaking, my lips were even also shaking. It's like damn nervous at times. My emotions almost take over me where I feel like it's so uncontrollable. So I've been thinking that I have so many semesters left in college. Every semester I have to give presentation. There's so much more presentation that I need to give. For me, it's pure suffering. So what I did was I was given an opportunity at the time to join a competitions by my friend Gabriel. It's a business competition where we were to give presentations. It was a nerve-wracking experience, but I learned a lot. It's through the competitions that I really dedicate myself, train myself how I can improve my presentation skill. I was so glad that I made the decisions to go through those uncomfortable moments. Most importantly, I learned new skills along the way that allowed me to express my ideas much more efficiently. Now I think we should go for the third point. Okay, during 2020 pandemics strike Malaysia, everything have to be converted online. Actually at the time I really claimed back a lot of time. I'm able to invest my time for something else. One of the lessons that I learned that I would hope to share to you is throughout your time and years in college, don't only focus on academic stuff, spend some time in developing skills. Let me give you an example. During the pandemic, I have more time at home. I start to learn to shoot video like this one. I just wanted to learn a new skill of talking in front of camera. At the same time, I learned how to edit video. I never regret that. I spend those time in a good way that I can use those time to invest myself in more skill. And proceed to 2021. One important thing happens to me is my internship. I gained some experience, but what I want to share is by working in the real world, it made me realize that CGPA not that important in my personal opinion. In my case, it's because that I'm a students under Faculty of Business, some of the knowledge that we learn during classes may not be applicable during our working time. So it makes me question myself that is CGPA really that important? The main thing that I want to get across here is that your CGPA, your result, is not everything in your college life. This is also like some of the things that I came across last time where I'm very particular in my CGPA. Is to say the ego is still in me, that I identify the CGPA as one of the things that define me. After my internship, I think otherwise. So for you who are watching right now, I hope that you can be hardworking in pursuing the knowledge of academic, but at the same time, don't work to the sense that you don't have any personal time for yourself, for your family, for your friends, just because you sacrifice everything for a better CGPA. For me, CGPA right now is just another number that indicate nothing about you. Try not to mix up each other and make your life miserable. That was the lessons that I learned. Lastly, we came to this year, 2022. I just want to tell you that enjoy your college life. Time flies, really. I can't believe that I'm actually at my last semester. I actually have few more weeks left to spend before I graduate. I never regret my experience in college. Doing the uncomfortable things allows me to grow. I think it's totally worth it. My 4 years time in college. That was the lesson that I would want to present to you. I hope you found this video helpful. I'm actually having my lunch right now talking to you because lunchtime is like the free time that I have, that I thought why not I use it simultaneously to share with you something. If you find this video helpful, subscribe. The channel is growing and I need you. So subscribe, like the video, put a comment down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3.